I am the co-founder of Affordable Food Festivals, which is throwing an event in Tucson today, April 28th. It's called the Tucson Taco Festival. It is the first stop outside of its birthplace, Scottsdale, Arizona, for the National Taco Association, which is the governing body that myself and my business partner Rick Phillips put together to judge taco competitions. Now, we started the company Affordable Food Festivals a couple years back when we threw the Arizona Barbecue Festival. That event, strangely enough, was a huge success in terms of its turnout and the attention that it got. It was a KCBS competition that attracted about 65 teams, but then over about 10,000 people. So needless to say, it was a people's choice nightmare for us because we were out of food by about 10:30 in the morning, about half hour after the event opened. So we started thinking to ourselves, how can we throw a competition that acts like barbecue? A sizable cash prize, competitors competing in various categories, and then actual blind anonymous judging, which is what we love about barbecue competitions. It's fair and square, and there's actual cash, and the competitors have pride in the competition itself. And so we started thinking about a different food group, one that we know everybody loves, one that we know that would sell uncontrollably and that people would love to compete in, and we landed on tacos. And so we threw the Arizona Taco Festival in Scottsdale 2 years ago, and we called the governing body the National Taco Association. Now, we didn't have much foresight with the name, the Arizona Taco Festival, that we were going to be bringing it, I don't know, down to Tucson, or else we would have called that the Scottsdale Taco Festival, because here we are in Tucson and it's called the Tucson Taco Festival. But we did have the foresight with the National Taco Association that it would become an organization much like the KCBS, whereby it's national in scope, it calls people together, and in KCBS's, in their realm, it's people's love of barbecue, and for the NTA, it would be people's love of tacos, tequila, sombreros, piñatas, vacations, sticking your toes in some sand, that kind of whole vibe. And so whereas a KCBS contest, in my opinion, has one goal, and that is to protect the tradition of barbecue, the NTA's goal is to invite creativity, to give the competitors literally an open canvas with which to compete. But there are certain restrictions that they have to abide by. For instance, our competition box. They give 6 portions for each turn-in, so chicken, pork, beef, and seafood in this case. They're doing 6 chicken tacos during their turn-in. The competition box looks a lot like a donut box. It's low profile, 6 partitions within. However, the competitors are allowed to pretty much do whatever they want on the inside of that box. They can decorate the inside flap. They can decorate the They can decorate the dividers, they can lay their tacos on a beer can, they can put a shot of tequila in the box with each taco. They could put a $20 bill and try and bribe the judges if they want. But it's all in good fun because they're not allowed to put their team name on the box, right? So we know that it's anonymous judging because the judges are sequestered in the judges' tent and the teams have not identified themselves on the box. But they've been allowed to have a lot of fun. And then within each category, anything goes. So in the fish category, for instance, somebody might do a lobster taco, tilapia, shrimp, corn tortilla, flour tortilla. And then it begs this whole debate, is a lettuce cup a tortilla? It's essentially a conveyance, right, to put a protein in. So we'll see if somebody submits a fish taco in a lettuce cup, will the judges disqualify that taco or will they score it high because it tastes so great? I guess we'll find out later today. So here are our trophies. We award first, second, and third place in each of those 4 meat categories, and it's a cumulative score leading up to a grand champion and a reserve grand champion. Unlike barbecue competitions, we're not keeping track of these scores, so they're not qualifying for anything down the road. This is really just all in good fun. It's a mix of amateurs, restaurants, food trucks, caterers, anybody who really wants to enter. So if a restaurant wins, we take a lot of pride in seeing them display these trophies at the restaurant and really tout that, they've won this competition, they've thrown down amongst, various walks of life. And that's about it. So this is our first National Taco Association competition outside of Scottsdale. We'll see where this road goes, but we have every intention of taking this national and doing these competitions across the country because, as you can see, we throw a whole festival around it. Live lucha libre wrestling, a couple surf bands on the main stage, You know, there's Kid Zone with the bouncy houses and the whole thing, and just something for everybody. It's really a great time. Okay, so if you want to learn more about this festival, it's TucsonTacoFestival.com. And because we've been so busy planning all these festivals, we have NationalTacoAssociation.com. Haven't quite gotten around to putting that website together, but there is a full plan in place, and we're working on it, and we'll get it there. But for now, just stay tuned to TucsonTacoFestival.com and the ArizonaTacoFestival.com, which is coming up October 20th and 21st in Scottsdale, Arizona. All right, so we put a call out to judges on Facebook, Twitter, friends, the media, you know, just like you would try and find any judge. And we put together a little class whereby we sit around and we drink tequila and cervezas and we eat tacos and we talk about what's too spicy, what's not spicy enough, is a shell overdone, is the meat too goopy and it's making the shell break. And so we just sit around and talk about all of these things. And that's how we think we come up with some sort of guideline whereby these judges have some sort of reference point, so they're not all going into this thing, you know, not knowing what other judges have been told. We score 40% presentation, 40% overall taste, and 20% texture. We weight presentation so heavily because we're looking for creativity on the inside of the box. And we weight taste so heavily because that's the overall experience of the taco. And then 20% texture, what that means, like I said, if the meat is too goopy and it makes the shell break, or if the shell is too crispy that you feel like it's cutting the roof of your mouth, or if the meat is undercooked, if you're getting raw carne asada, or if the fish is just dried out, that's texture, in my opinion, that you can't even chew, you know, overcooked fish. So that's how we judge. The judges sit down at their place settings and they're judging, you know, 6 tacos against one another. We've made these hilarious judges plate with a little sombrero and a mustache. It's all in good fun, you know, but like I said, they're in that tent and they're doling out real money. In this case, it's $5,000. And because we're starting this thing, you know, from the ground up, we don't really go into this with cash sponsors. So this is literally my business partner, Rick, and I. It's our money that we're putting up from affordable food festivals. So in this case, it's $5,000. In Scottsdale, it's $7,500. And I'm just excited that the teams come out and see value in it.
How do I become a member of the National Taco Association?
All right, so when we throw a contest, like I said, we put out a call for judges. Once somebody is on the list to become a judge, there's a waiting list immediately. So I put out a call on Facebook and I got like 50 some odd responses, but I only needed 4 judges because I used 10 from Phoenix who had already been certified, 10 that I knew I was getting here in Tucson, and then I just needed a few more because we have 25 teams competing today, so that equals to about 25, 26 judges. So those judges are immediately National Taco Association members once they become certified, essentially. And then the plan eventually with the NationalTacoAssociation.com website is for people to buy memberships, and that membership will get you something like a t-shirt and a bumper sticker and a cookbook, NTA logos and things like that. And I think there's a lot of potential for possibly a restaurant membership because a lot of these competitors are restaurants or caterers and they have businesses to represent. For them to put NTA logos on their menus and outside their front door, whereas in barbecue, 99% of the competitors are amateurs. So although, for instance, a KCBS logo carries a lot of weight within that community, to the public, I'm not so sure that that means very much. We find that when we throw a barbecue competition, we're still educating the public over what KCBS is. And we're hoping to start working with KCBS to take that upon ourselves to spread that message because our events draw such huge crowds. I hope that KCBS starts to see that our events can be a platform for building the image of barbecue and using that as a soapbox and building that KCBS brand like we're trying to do with the NTA. It's just the beauty of the NTA is that restaurant mechanism, that sort of everyday conversation with the public whereby we can use those restaurants as the speaking tool to spread the message of the NTA. So for KCBS, it has to be these competitions because most of the competitors are amateurs. And so we're going to keep doing what we do and build great festivals and get people out to them.
Hi, my name is Maureen Esquivel, and I'm here at the Tucson Taco Festival representing Tacos El Mauri. Here we are representing from Scottsdale, Arizona. Second time here doing this taco festival. We won first place in Scottsdale, best chicken taco. There's 4 categories for meat: chicken, pork, steak, and fish. We're going to enter them all. And we're going to do a salsa contest as well. There's a salsa entry, a guacamole entry, best booth, and a everything goes taco. We're going to try for all of them. There's a first place, second place, and third place. All prize money.
Hey, how you doing? This is Rick Phillips, one of the producers of the Tucson Taco Festival, and you're standing here with me in the Tequila Expo. The Tequila Expo we have here today is featuring over 40 different boutique tequilas, some very expensive high-end stuff, some really fun new products, and the people that come in here get to sample them. $10 gets them a half-ounce sample, 10 of them. So they're going to get their money's worth.
How are you doing today, everybody? BBQtv. We have a special recipe called the Devil's Kiss. It's got habanero peppers, fresh pineapples, jalapenos in there, dried chilies with sea salt that have been mixed together. And then we add a little agave nectar inside of it, fresh squeezed lime juice, and an entire bottle of El Caudillo tequila. So what it does is you let this ferment the entire night, about 12 hours, and the juices from the fruit and the peppers just start releasing, and they just become a mixture of an amazing flavor. It's going to go great with barbecue. So we switch over here to an USD organic tequila called Quinta De Gomez. We did organic apples in a mixture over here, and we let this also ferment for the whole entire night with fresh agave nectar and lime juice and a little bit of sea salt. That's it. What this does is just it releases the flavors from the apples and creates a melody of just a really high quality tequila and the apple flavors. So any of these drinks you guys can make at home. It's very simple. Just take an apple, slice little edges to it, okay? And with little edges, they're gonna start releasing some of their own juices. And you let that sit overnight in tequila. And then you pour the agave nectar on top, let it sit in there. You take a turkey baster, and then you can pour little drinks out to everybody. So it's kind of a creative, fun idea to do on a hot day. You put a little ice in there, great drink.
My favorite taco, honestly, it was very, very close. It was between the one with the waffle, because I had never seen that before. I had never seen a taco with a waffle. I like this one as well too. I don't know how to describe it, but it was very light, very edible. I could have eaten half a dozen of these right here. So the waffle one is gone. I've already ingested that one, so I'm pointing to practically nothing. So that's the one. Okay, all right.
I was gonna say for me, the first one, I like layers of flavor. It had poblanos. I'm not sure if it was bacon or pancetta, but I love the roasted poblanos. I like the tortilla. The other on the textures or the flavor, this one was like not so much, but very interesting use of a waffle. Like that.
Hi, our first round of chicken tacos, and the first one I thought was a little lackluster in both flavor and texture, although it had really nice presentation. That was before I ate the whole thing, of course. Our second one would be it was a pulled chicken, but was kind of bland. This one I liked. It had nice texture. You can see the remnants of some bacon, and also the chicken was kind of fried into strips. It also had a barbecue flavor, which I liked. This one had a hard shell, and I am a sucker for a hard shell taco, so I gave this one high marks. This was probably my favorite of the bunch. The presentation was really nice, and it was different because they used a sweet cheese and a vinegar drizzle, and it was certainly a sweet-oriented taco, but I thought it had a lot of flavor, and I gave that one the win.
First one I liked because it had a real kind of taco truck sort of feel. I thought it reminded me of the taqueria style sort of roadside truck taste, and it was good. Texture was good, and I like cabbage on a taco, so that was good. Second one was really nice. It was interesting because it tastes like barbecue to me, which is not what I was expecting. Also had cabbage and decent amount of flavor, not overly spicy, but was still good. This third one had pretty nice texture. It was like it was they deep fried it. It was a breaded fried chicken, maybe a part of a breast, which was okay, but then once you put the sauce and stuff on it, the fried portion of it kind of got soggy, so I wasn't really totally sold on that. This one, the crispy shell was pretty good. I wasn't a big fan of the interior though, and You know, it had cabbage, which is fine, but too much carrots and really wasn't there for flavor, I didn't think. The last one looked nice and their presentation was pretty good. It tasted sweet almost, and it didn't really do it for me because of the sweetness. I just didn't seem kind of off, and it was really lacking in spice as well, I thought.
A lot of great things to taste here. Some of them a little more interesting. I took extensive notes, so I thought that would be helpful. I appreciate the sort of like taqueria classic nature of the first one here, but it needed a little more tanginess, like a little more flavor, I guess. I needed a taste of lime or something. I appreciated that the second one here gave me some tequila to drink, which was a plus. And I liked the barbecue flavor, but it seemed like there was almost too much cheese. Just the creaminess kind of rushed over me a little bit. I liked the crispy chicken on the second one and almost like the Asian-y little barbecue flavor. But then after that, there wasn't just a lot of flavor going on. I liked the crispy shell. It made me happy that it was there just because it gave a little different texture, but it just was too dry. Just not a lot going on. I could use less vegetables in general on everything. And then the third one, just too much creaminess for me. Good flavor, but just not much depth. So I'd say probably my favorite of these is the barbecue-y second one.
Hi everyone, you're looking at a tequila called Body Shots Tequila, and this was a crazy idea I had about a year plus ago, and I'm just now getting it ready to sell. I should be actually on the shelves in about 6 weeks. Hopefully we'll be in Total Wine, so if that's where you look, you should be able to find it there. One thing to note, it is fun. It is a party in a bottle. In addition to the Body Shots Tequila, there's also something called Body Candy that will be co-packaged with the tequila bottle. The Body Candy is the consistency of honey. It is cinnamon and vanilla based. It takes the place of salt and lime. So what you do is you tear open the pouch, spread a little of the Body Candy wherever your little heart desires.
What an amazing opportunity to come here and taste some world-class tacos, some sort of native to the Tucson region. We actually just finished a Chicago-style taco, which incorporated some of those, classic Midwest flavors of the marinated broccoli and green pepper and carrot. A great attempt. The shaved ribeye was very, very well done, very moist, very tender, little bit of a resistance. It was on spot perfectly. The jalapenos, our suggestion here, mine anyway, was the heat is a little too much to mix in with the other flavors, so we would have suggested perhaps seeding those jalapenos to give it a little back-end heat, not something that's completely overpowering. But in terms of creativity and really a sense of place geographically, the Chicago taco was very, very good. We also loved the various other tacos here. You obviously can tell that the chefs have taken some time with intention to create some marinades, some seasonings. Yeah, we're not even going to worry about one particular entry here, but that's okay. You can really tell as a judge the time and the intention that the judges had in creating some of the marinades, even some of the pork tacos that we had earlier on. 12-hour smoking for a pork, again, shows the time that the chefs take in doing these. Artistically, aesthetically, these are some wonderful tacos, some fresh, vibrant colors, the greens, the oranges, the textures there's a variety of textures. So well done to our entries today. This has been an amazing experience.
Hi. I'm actually not a native to the Tucson area. I am from Ohio originally, and so Tucos. This is actually a really unique experience for me, being transplanted in the land of tacos the way Tucson is. And I've really enjoyed this a great deal because it's given me the opportunity to see how many different ways it can be made. Now, I will want to say this taco here, I really liked the flavor. I love cilantro. I think cilantro should be in everything. I think there should be cilantro toothpaste. I think it's so great. Because, and it's heavy on the cilantro, but the beef has a nice smoky flavor, not too heavy, not too light, but it fell apart on me. I can't stand a taco that falls apart. And like Matt here, I did like the shaved beef taco, but it's too hot. It's way too hot. My stance on a taco of any flavor, and you can look and you can see the beef is gorgeous. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's cooked to perfection, and it's got the really nice flavors and textures of the carrots, the broccoli, but you need to seed the jalapeno. You can always make a taco hotter, but you can't make it colder. And I like you said, it's just too much in the beginning. The rest of these, you know, one of the things I noticed with all of the entries is, first of all, it's a competition. I would have liked to have seen them be more pretty. You know, I mean, here they're coming out in cardboard and plastic plates, and that's not how it's served in a restaurant. I would have wanted to see more pretty. But overall, this has been really, really impressive, and I think Tucson is well on its way to becoming known as the culinary capital of the Southwest. I truly believe that.
Well, what can I say other than what has already been spoken? And the tacos are definitely fabulous. They're very meaty in this category. There's a lot of avocados. I've actually had a taco here that has a really good flavor. The avocados had definitely powered this one. A very traditional taco, which has come in 2 tortillas here. The tacos overall have a unique personality all on their own. There's the pita, like we just discussed, that has a different texture, but the traditional taco has definitely taken my my attention here.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, and I'm loving the taco festival. I feel like a queen bee for the day, that all the special people in the kitchens are bringing me lots of food. I'm enjoying all the different appearances of the tacos, the masa, the way it's prepared, the meats, the variety of flavors in the background, some spicy, some with like a vinaigrette, and some have potatoes in the tacos, which is interesting, and carrots and jalapenos. It's just crazy.
Yeah, can we get both types of tacos again, Ben? Pour your flour.
Count, Rev, count out. 1, 2, 3. Cry, baby. Come on. Come on, Chico. Chico. Chico.